Hey, welcome to another episode of beersjackofbbq. So today doing something a little bit different. Doing applesauce. So we did an episode before where we made applesauce. We're just doing like the version 2.0. So we kind of always improve our process, try to do it. But we got 8 people here today. We kind of do this. The plan is to make a lot of applesauce. We have 5 bushels of apples, 5 different varieties. My brother-in-law has an orchard right across the street from us, and like I said, we're gonna do applesauce. So we'll kind of walk you through the whole process. It's gonna be a little bit different because we just did a lot of video while we were making it. Didn't do any talking while we were doing it. We'll just do a little bit of a voiceover you'll see as the different processes go, but you'll see how we do applesauce. It's about a 7-hour project for us to do the 5 bushels all day. Start with Bloody Marys, finish with a beverage, and usually a good meal at the end. So enjoy the intro and we'll show you the applesauce. All right, so the first process we do is we get all the apples washed, kind of hand wash every one of them before we go to core them. Next step is we have this piece of equipment that has 8 sections in it. It cores them, puts them in 8 sections. Then we have the next step where people are pulling out the cores, trimming anything that's bad on them, on an apple, and getting it ready to go into the pots. We just put a tiny bit of water in the pots and then fill them up with the apples, turn on medium, cover them, and let them go. So like I said, here you can show a little bit better where you're actually cleaning some of the bad pieces off on the apple that we don't want to have within the mix as we're cooking them. So like I said, just put a little bit of water in the bottom. Once we actually do the first couple of pots, we actually start using the apple juice that's left, and getting it so you're more concentrated with the actual juice itself instead of just using straight water. So again, we cook these, as you can see there, they're already cooked here. Dump them in the pot. Now that, like I said, we cook with the shells on. The shells actually give the color to the applesauce. This piece of machinery where we actually dumping the apples into will separate the skin from the apples and create the sauce. This used to be the bottleneck of our process. This piece of equipment now has made the finishing part so fast. A little bit closer view of, you can see the applesauce coming out of one side and the waste coming out the other. Got a little bit of lunch going on here. We always have good food at our gatherings. Like I said, start with Bloody Marys and some good food. This will show them we're actually doing apple pie every year when we do the apples. So this little piece of equipment is a little apple peeler that works great, so you don't have to peel an apple. All you gotta do is then core them, which I'm doing by hand on these, and then getting ready to put into the apple pie. They kind of dredge each one with its, I believe it's flour and sugar and some of those things. That my wife's the pie expert that kind of runs this part of it. But dredges them all, gets ready to do the pie before it goes in the oven. Since we have a few apples of the day we're doing it, we also do some apple crisp usually as well. And those are just some oatmeal and brown sugar and some other pieces that go into that. Here's the finished trays coming out. We kind of set them out there to cool before we cover them. After we cool them, we actually put the lids on them. They go in the refrigerator overnight, and the next day we put them in the freezer. As always, cheers. So here we are at the end. It was about 6.5 hours later. Finished the applesauce, so you can see we made a nice colorful applesauce. We had a lot of red flavored applesauce. As you saw in the video, we kind of just clean them, core them, cook them with the skins on, and the machine actually separates the apples into skins, just puts a good applesauce on. So finish with 200 pints, and we'll share that, like I said, between the 5 families that are here today. And hope you like what you're seeing, and we'll see you next time. And share with your friends and subscribe to our channel.